on, Playboy. We on. So check this out, homeboy. Right. So when was this the first time you ever heard my music, though?
Yeah, this is the first song off this album I had. But like listening to this album, it made me double back. You feel me? So I went back to the audios and I found the videos like on YouTube and all that. So yeah, I'm locked in. That shit is fire.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. I won't lie though, I didn't know you were an MC until you dropped that video where you did that thing with the curve whirl. Like when you had that shit was dope. That brought me back to like the early '90s type of days. So that was fire though. So for me, it only made sense for me to come out and reach out to you because when I listened to your music, it looked like you and I we are like kind of like on that same wavelength when it comes to hip hop, right? So what I want to know is like, what are some of the aspects that made you gravitate to my music, to that project though? What in it made you like say, yeah, I fucks with that?
Off top, before I heard your voice, it was the production. You know what I'm saying? I like the production. So the production got me off rip. And then when I heard your voice, it's like your flow is consistent, easy tone. And I know what you're saying, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I heard what you're saying. The words registered with me. So I was locked in. You know what I'm saying? That shit was hitting. I was like, yo, this nigga from Canada, son? This nigga's something crazy, son. I think this from down here the whole time. Like, the whole time. But then when I started doing my homework, yeah, he's from Canada, my nigga. Yeah, he's just really snapping. He's really snapping, for real.
I appreciate that.
It was refreshing hearing that. You feel me? Like, everybody's drilling shit, like drilled out, my nigga. Like,
everyone doing the trap.
I heard this shit, yeah, trap this. Like, so I was like, when I heard this shit, like, it was that refreshing to my ears. You feel me? Like, I needed that. I appreciate it. Word.
I appreciate that. I know you and Kawon go way back because Kawon and I were discussing, and when I told him that you were one of the few first people that kind of reached out, I was like, yo, this shit is dope though. You know what I mean? You say you're like cool peoples and everything. So he wanted me to find out from you, or probably is just want to find what you thought of the production though. What you thought that our production was on point? Like, was it clean? The beats were crazy. The actual like mixing and mastering was important. What was your perspective on that?
Yeah, the production was crisp. Pre-production and post-production. The beats, bro, it's like it sounded like it got like, to me, what I hear sonically, it has like a different couple of like mashups. I hear like different artists for production. Like, it sounded a little bit of Dipset in it. I don't even know if you.
Yeah. Jules, I know. Yeah.
So like growing up, I'm a big camera. You feel me? So once I heard that, but then it's also like as a boom bapish with the Dipset, that makes sense. But then like you got some other songs that I thought it might be boom bapish, but you kind of took it elsewhere. So I'm not even sure what kind of genre that is. Is you rapping?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the beats, I don't know how to categorize it.
Well, some of them were kind of like a little bit like, with some of the beats that he sent to me were, a lot of them were a little more melodic than some of the types of. Some of them were kind of like different in certain different ways. And to be quite honest with you though, with this project though, I kind of like took beats that were not my usual. So I kind of like, I tested myself in that type of thing, you know what I mean? So I kind of like wanted to see how, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, get that different vibe, because I've been hearing rappers doing the same thing for a while now. Guys have been rapping on the same momentum, the same beats, the same stuff, and no one is really trying to like really push the pen or push the limits of what they could do, you know, not only verbally, but like, you know, sonic wise with beats and stuff. So for me, it was kind of like a little bit out of my element. So that's why I decided to kind of cook on that though. So, but what you thought?
That shit was in the pocket. I like that shit. That shit was in the pocket. I didn't know I was out of that element. Word. It was good money.
Okay. So if you were to, I don't know how often you listen to music though, but like out of all the projects you heard this year, like where did you think that project like kind of stood out for you? Like, for instance, was it like if you listen to like 10 projects for the whole entire year, was it like a 5 for you, a 8 for you? You know what I mean? Where you would categorize that on your top listening for the year? Not for everything, but that's just for the year so far.
So I listen to music all day, every day. I gotta rock with you to listen to your project. You know what I'm saying? I rock with your
Yeah.
shit. So throughout this year so far, I haven't listened to too many projects. So see, man, I'm gonna throw us in the realm of everybody. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Indie, whatever. You know what I mean, so I'll throw you in the top 20 for me.
Oh,
Top
okay.
20 for me for this year. You feel me?
I
I can let it
appreciate that.
rock from beginning to end. And that's big to me. Like I need to let it rock from beginning to end, like a personal thing for me. If I can't really rock from beginning to end, it's like it's no hit to anybody, but the music probably not for me. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And that's okay, man. But the genre of music that you making, I could go from top to bottom, pause from beginning to end. You feel me? So that registers. So I think it's a big playback for me. I keep running it back, and then it's inspirational because I don't watch your videos, got off my ass and got some shit done just off of watching you. You know what I'm saying? So, and the thing about it is, I don't think like our styles is like maybe I don't think it's as popular as maybe a drill or whatever somebody else is doing that's more mainstream. But like I said, it influenced me. Like yo, like Son is kind of likewise. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like gave me that inspiration to go get it too. Like yeah, I appreciate. That's why I thank you. Word, needed that.
I won't lie though, when you dropped that joint, when I saw it with like you inspired me to actually be more funky though, if that makes any sense. Yeah, you did.
Each one teach one.
Yeah, you inspired me to do that. You inspired me to be a little more out there when it comes to the videos and stuff like that. You inspired me, like, and your music too, like the things you were speaking about in that track. I was like, yo, this is exactly why, like, I could fucks with this because this it's not the norm and it's full of convictions. I really appreciated that, bro. That was dope. You actually made me go on your Bandcamp and found some more of your shit. And I actually went on your Spotify as well and streamed some of your shit as well too. Like, bro, I mean that I really appreciate you not only reaching out but giving me a chance to like see that I'm not the only one really not only pushing the pen but actually pushing the brand of being different or being much more unique and sonically different. I think that's fire though. So, which
you know, B.O. was I think he was at a desk and. He was hitting him with the flow with the different angles. I was like, yo, Son is killing this shit. And I think you had the angle from like the window.
Yeah.
It was like
yeah.
He's killing this shit. So it was mad cinematic. Like you know you throw a cinema on, it catch you. Like yeah, I was every frame I was just tuned in. Yeah, that's it.
I think that joint.
After watching that, I just grabbed the cam, bro. Went out to, you know what I'm saying, went outside, see some, I was like, all right, this is a globe, I could make this,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit made me get creative, like, yeah.
When I saw you did that, bro, and I told Kawon, I said, bro, this dude belongs to the faculty, and he's like, he said, what do you mean, Lance Vasquez? I'm like, yeah, that's dude. He said, yeah, bro, he's been a real one from day one. I said, yeah, bro. Like, when I saw his shit, I was like, yo, this dude is dope. Like these are the type of people I want to be around in my Justice League, bro. This is fire. You know what I mean? That's so like I won't lie, Cap. I really have you in mind for a project, bro. Like real talk. Like I really have you in mind for a project. So for me this
I'm always writing, man.
Huh?
I'm always writing, man. Never.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll send it back to you like in an hour.
Yeah, I appreciate. Well, I do the same thing. I record my own shit too, though. So
effort, though.
Yeah.
So
okay. So what joint on the project really stood out to you though? Like which song on it that made you be like, yo?
What's the name of the joint? It's you got the first verse on there, got the second verse, and it's not called Effortless. It's like oh man, I gotta go on my own.
That's no problem, man.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
So, bro, that's fire. Like that video was sick.
Was it unscathed?
Oh, you talking about Arms Too Short to Box with a God? Yeah.
Unscathed. Yeah, yo, yeah, that's my favorite song right there on
Okay,
this
okay,
Unscathed.
okay.
Word.
Before,
You know,
before,
like I usually catch myself like in between you and son about to
yeah.
he about to spit. I catch myself like rapping to it. You feel me? Like I be trying to get my little bars in real quick before you start rapping. Like, yeah, I be tapped in.
I appreciate that. I mean, well, believe it or not, that was kind of like that was like the second joint that we did after the first joint with me and Quan. The first joint I really did for that project was with Rob G, the Hip Hop Mission. And then, I met Unscathed on another podcast and I kind of like, reached out to him just for something kind of like different because his style is a little bit different though. It's a little more grimy and husky and shit. So it's like let me see how this is going to go about. So I really appreciate you vibing to that though and really locking in on that. And another thing too I wanted to ask too though, like I've seen with your music, bro, you're starting to do a bit of a sort of like an insurgence now. Like you're trying to really be more consistent. After you drop that last track, I'm seeing you trying to be more consistent, whatever it is. So would you say that hip hop is like what we do as MCs, that real shit, like that no goofy shit, no cheesy drill shit. You think what we're doing is starting to come back though, and you think it's gonna be stand more than ever, or you think it's still gonna be like a novelty item what we do?
That's a good question, man. And I think like I think the answer will come out after the conclusion of the Civil War because it seems like the captain in our field should be like J. Cole, the nigga done bowed out. You feel me? So I don't know, son. That's a real good question. But to kind of try to answer it as best as possible, it seems like our thing that we do seems kind of like a novelty. Not too many people could do it, which is cool. It makes us more rare. But like Griselda, things like that, they brought it back. Alchemist is always in the mix of something.
That's my favorite producer right there, man. Favorite producer.
So yeah, mine as well. Yeah. So I don't think it'll ever die. I think it's around, but I would think like for what we do, I think we would need like another mainstream artist to maybe either to actually do what we do, or put some spotlight on it.
Right.
Because what J. Cole is kind of wacky, kind of. You feel me? Don't make us.
Well, I think J. Cole made a business decision. That's just me. I think I'm not a fan of what he did, but he made a business decision. That's all I could say. I mean, he thought. I think J. Cole looked at it like this. He looked at it like, why am I beefing two dudes I'm gonna end up going to have to like mess with as colleagues? And he kind of decided, you know what? I'd rather be your friend than be your enemy in that kind of process. I mean, it is what it is, but in the spirit of what we do, it's competitive. You have to be able to arm your pen whenever, however. You know what I mean? Whoever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so J. Cole, man, boy, yes. Same age. I don't open up for boy, all that. Like I come from an era when you outside, bro. It's trying to respectfully. I don't want nobody got nothing like that. Like even in that situation, bro, it's kind of boxing. Like the gloves on. Rock your man, gotta be your man's lady. It's all right, it's gloves. You feel me? Like so, yeah, man. So niggas got gloves.
It was tough.
You feel me?
It was tough to see. I won't lie. For real MCs, it was tough to see. That part of him, kind of like It looked as if like like the battery in his back just went, and he just like died with it.
Like, the little rabbit just come over, like.
But do you think that he will be able to like? I don't know how should I put it? Like how you have that respect for a certain artist. You know what I mean? Like you have that respect for him. Like that's the G. You know what I mean? Whatever you think. You think you'll ever regain that respect though? Like you think you'll see him in the same light or the same esteem after that?
Nah.
Yeah.
And like the reason I say that because there's gonna be a respect and all that, but it's different. For instance, what's that movie when Trey was like, "Yo, let me out." You know what I'm saying? That's the shit. Like, I respect you. You you're not going to do this gangster shit, but could have been told me that.
Yeah.
You know he wasn't built for this shit before you left. So, nah, we shouldn't even came this far. So, nah, I think people would respect them, but we was looking at them in a different light, and it was time to go. Yeah. Nah, let me out. So, nah.
I think people gonna look at. I think people gonna look at him now as like, you know, I think people gonna look at him like how they look at Ja Rule in a certain sense. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they gonna respect you as an artist, but to say that you're like top 10 or you're gonna be in that esteem of people gonna look at you like, nah, nigga, you can't, nah, like, no, we respect you, but no.
Rule was that dude too.
Yeah. So I think that's where he's going to lie when it comes to this. I think no one is really going to look at him as that sort of like premier MC anymore. And whether he believes it or not, he's going to take a hit in his pocket for it because of the fact that you know how emotional hip hop is. You know what I mean? Hip hop is emotional. When someone attaches their identity to you as a MC and they consider you one of the illest and then you let them down, it's like, I'll take my $10 elsewhere, bro. You know what I mean? So
not even the money, like people can argue for days about you, you know what I'm saying? So now you got people eating their words, you know what I'm saying? All of that, you know what I'm saying? Like when you put them up, I guess that's that don't believe in heroes type of thing. When you put people up that pedestal and they can sweep up that pedestal, people are human. You know what
all right, bro. I mean, it is what it is, man. I appreciate you answering these questions, though. I mean, I really appreciate the fact that you gave me this feedback, though, because I'm kind of like doing a bit of research because I want to see where I could improve on and where and how people felt about it. I think a lot of artists don't do that. A lot of artists don't really really sit down and really look at what they could improve. Some people continue doing what they're doing, but just to hear you be honest with me, a person who doesn't know me from Adam, and you're giving me this respect and stuff, I really appreciate this, though. Thanks a lot, bro. I really appreciate this, bro.
Like I told you, thank you, man. Still sharp and still. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you making good music, bro.